What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic. And today, well, it's our birthday. 1 year as the Virtual Mechanic. I am so pleased. Thank you so much. 1 year, 154 videos, 3 specifically designed liveries for me by French Toast, 1 Discord competition set up on the Red Dot Games official Discord server, and 261 subscribers later, and here we are. So thank you all so much. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Thank you for supporting this channel, liking the videos, leaving comments, and subscribing, but mostly, thank you for watching. We've got some cool banners going around the side today. We've got a number 1 up here, a happy birthday up here, a lovely cake up here. There are hidden cakes. Let me know how many you find in the comments below. Happy first birthday banner there. Obviously, the thank you banner. Another happy birthday banner up there. Another 1 banner. And then this one here, which is awesome. It's got 12 different pictures on it. 1 for each month of the year. 1 from each month as well. So that is from the first month, so on and so forth. And that is from a very recent one there. Looking absolutely incredible. And today's project is the Salem GW500. Looking absolutely fantastic. This is the car that we could play with in the first demo that came out that was publicly, well, sort of publicly available. Absolutely awesome. So we've done our own config of this today. Mostly to do with the body kit. We have a lovely body kit on here by Multi. Thank you so much for giving us, or finishing that and letting me use that one. Multi, absolute legend. And also a very special livery from French Toast. Somebody knows from that speech that I've only showcased 2 specifically designed liveries by French Toast. This is the 3rd one here. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait to see it. But let's jump into some facts about this car. This is the Salem GW500, the Virtual Mechanic Edition. 59,882 kilometers on there, and not in bad condition considering we got it from the nice auction house. Did we get a good deal? We actually did for a change, and quite a big one. 43,114 is what I paid for it, and I could sell it for 49,086, making a profit of 5,972. Before we even start, that is the end of the episode. Selling that, profit done. See you later. I'm joking. We're not doing that, obviously. We've got a 279 horsepower i4 double overhead cam 4x4 engine in there that we will be increasing the power of today. We didn't change the engine. We left it as it is. Very classical engine. Very fitting for this car. We quite like it. But we are going to be power increasing that one, making this look as cool as we can, along with that beautiful livery by French Toast, which we will check out later on. So let's get this one started. Let's get over to the car wash. Let's get this one cleaned up. Here we are in the car wash. Time to get the Salem all cleaned up. Let's go. We can see it's silver. It's not very bad condition at all. I can probably repair all of these body panels. Just have to do the glass and windows. Maybe. We shall see. Let's get the interior done. And let's get it back on the lifter. Let's get that engine stripped down. Or stripped out. And then everything else stripped down off this bodywork so we can start working on it. Now, because we got this one from the auction house, I reckon it's going to be pretty complete. But it's still going to have some dirty oil in there. The oil pan is in there, so we need to get that one drained out. Over you come, and let's get you all drained out. Nice and easy, very clean. Not too bad for less than 60,000 kilometers. Let's get you put away and start stripping some stuff out. Now, this is 4-wheel drive, so we're going to need to take out the main drive shaft. Out you come, nice and easy. On you go. I should have taken the starter out first. I didn't think about it, did I? What an idiot. I'm going to need to do that, I think, aren't I? But anyway, we still need to get these wheels and drive axles out to get this front drive shaft out. So I'm going to crack on with that, and I'll be back in just a minute. That's that taken care of. Let's get rid of this front drive shaft, and let's spin around to see the starter that we can't get out. So I'm going to have to go and grab that out. I won't be long. Every time I forget that starter, but it's out now, so let's get the gearbox out. You come. Nice and easy, and I reckon probably this front exhaust section as well. Should be enough. Let's see if we can rip that engine out of there now. Back down you come. And let's get this crane on over here. Over we go. Open up the hood and let's go. Nice. It did come out. That is what I like to see. Crane put away. Let's see what we got going on in here then. So we have a wishy-washy reservoir, a coolant reservoir, lovely battery down there. That's all the suspension. ABS pumper module, a brake servo, an ECU, a power steering reservoir. Let's get the lid off this fuse box. There we go. Fuses in there. Nicely done. We've also got the radiator, the fan housing kit, a large intercooler, and the air filter. Let's just get this one out now. We'll get it out as we start because it's got bolts on it instead of clips, which means I can't take the clips. And I'm a little bit upset by that. Let's jump down the back and get the fuel pump out of here. Out you come, and let's go back up to the front if we can, because we've got some liquids to drain out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We all know the drill. Right click, additional tools, drain tool, click and hold on the lid, and I'll be back in just a couple of moments. That's all the liquids drained out. Let's get on with stripping this down. We're going to be very quick. We don't want to spend too long doing this at all. Out you come. Out you go. Oh, off you go. There we go. Battery, coolant reservoir, wishy-washy reservoir, fan housing kit, and the radiator. That's it from the engine bay. Let's see what we got going on in the suspension. We already know we've clipped the wheels out and taken the drive axles out, so we know that they are there. What have we got? Inner and outer tie rod is complete. Sway bar end link is there. We've got the rubber bushing every time. Wheel hub bearing. Then we do have the rubber bushings. We need to grab that intercooler out in a bit. All the rubber bushings. Yeah, both rubber bushings are there. Inner and outer tie rod again. And the sway bar end link. Do we have the hub? We do have the hub bearing, so that's a good sign. Let's get this wheel off here and see what we've got going on at the back. I already know it's disc brakes, so I can see that. And then lots of arms. 1, 2, 3. And then we've got one around the back. We have 4. Both the rubber bushings, the sway bar end link, the drive axle, which probably means the hub bearing is in there. So we will just leave that and pretend like we know. Got the rubber bushing there and all the arms. That side's looking great. Over to this side, both rubber bushings, all 3 rubber bushings. Sway bar end link, shock system, and all the arms. Fantastic. This is all here as well. I'm going to take this wheel off. I'm going to get that fuse box and all of this suspension stripped off. Then we're going to work on the beautiful bodywork. So I will see you back here in just a little while. That's everything repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back on this beautiful little Salem GW500. But we need to sort this bodywork out. So let's start stripping it off. Off with the hood. Off with the bumper, lights and fenders. Out you come, out you come. Out with the windscreen, off with the doors. Don't need to see them anymore for the minute. As I say, we do have a bit of a body kit to go with this one today as well. So we need to get all of this back together and then reassembled with the additional bonus parts. Let's just see if we can get everything first. Believe that's all of that. Let's just get this interior out. Out we come. Out with these front seats and the steering wheel and the rear bench. And let's see if we have got everything down to 1%. That's definitely a good sign on a car in this condition. And that is everything. Fantastic. Let's go and grab that welder. Bring it on over. Let's see. What was it? I missed it. 72%. What did we pay? 43,000, 72%. I'm going to say 500. 1,000. Still can't get that. Absolutely terrible. Let's go in to the body shop. Let's just see if there's any tuning options. There are not any tuning options for the Salem GW500. You only have the normal body shop, which has just got all your base parts in it. And they are just what they are, ready to go back. So let's crack on with that. Get this put away. I'm going to get all the body panels repaired because they're going back on exactly as they were. Buy the extra bits that I need, including windscreen, windows, probably mirrors, headlights, and the bonus body parts. So I'll be back in just a moment. Actually feels really good. The 1-year anniversary. I'm so proud of myself and pleased. Thank you guys so much again. But let's get this Salem GW500 all back together. Ready to go. On we go. Let's just start throwing it all back on. These are just base parts. Nothing can be changed on these. We'll come to any changes in just a moment, such as Maltese lovely wide body kit to go with this one. So let's just get all of this back on. On we go. In we go with you. I nearly misclicked then. There we go. Carry on around, in with the trunk, tail lights, and that beautiful rear bumper. Rear window, let's carry on. Let's get all of this on, and then we can start getting some of the exciting pieces on that some of you probably won't have seen before. So let's just carry on. In fact, I think most of you probably won't have seen this one before. Only a very small selection of people have. Let's crack on, and let's get this interior in. Not that button. Let's get this interior in. On we go. So the rear bench I've kept with the GW500 bench because it fits it well. And then for the front seats, we've obviously gone for my preferred Nismo seats and steering wheel number 8 because I quite like that one. That's all the interior in. We've got some license plates to go on. I've gone for my VM plates just with 1 year written on them to celebrate looking awesome. Let's get you on and you on. And now we come to some additional body parts. This is going to be quite fun. I quite like this. We'll start at the front. We've got a beautiful front splitter to go on here. It's the Salem GW500 kit made by Multi. It's not on the workshop because it is a bonus body parts and they can't be released because they're for specific cars and bonus parts need to be for every car. So there we go. On we go, though. Look at that big old wide splitter at the front there. Looking incredible. Onto the side, We are on the left side, so we need the left fenders there. Absolutely massive, bringing that one so far out. Looking stunning. On we go to the rear part. We've obviously got a big old rear diffuser down there. Connected with these struts. Looking insane. Absolutely love that. And then on the other side here, we've obviously got the right fenders. Wide body kit indeed. Looking incredible. We do have a hood scoop. I will put it on. I'm unsure if I'm going to keep it on there or not. I'm unsure how I feel about it. We'll see when it comes to French Toast. Beautiful livery, which let's head over to the paint shop and let's check it out now. Look at that wide boy in the paint shop, looking absolutely beautiful. Also, I had to put this banner back and it took me ages to find the image. So thank you, French Toast, because that is connected to the banner at the far end of the shop with the 12 months on it. I had to find that one. I had no idea where to look. So thank you, French Toast, for that one. But back to this wide body kit. Beautiful looking machine. Let's get onto the paint and let's see what we've got. Obviously, French Toast has made me a livery. I'm reliably informed that it is the last one on the list. So we'll just go through them because I've never been through them on this car before. So in slot number 1, we've got blacked out mirror or grayed out mirrors. A grayed out hood, I'm assuming, with the Salem badge underneath the hood scoop there. And then a blacked out top, or grayed out top and spoiler. That's pretty cool. Definitely not what we're going with today, though. Slot number 2 is a off-center black racing stripe. Quite cool. What have we got in 3? The same, but in a grey. All right. Number 4 is the same, but in a blue. Okay. What else have we got? Dan, what have you done, French Toast? You've picked my... Is that my shop? That is my shop. That's my shop with all the brickwork, the wood flooring, the bouncy padding underneath the cars. You've actually recreated my shop. Oh, French Toast, that is incredible. And you've obviously quite clearly hidden some cakes in there. I don't want to point them all because that's going to count up towards the cake limit of how many hidden cakes you've found in this video. Don't worry, I will be counting them up after the edit to show that which ones are actually seen. But oh my God, French Toast, that is not what I was expecting in any way, shape or form. How am I supposed to paint this now? Seriously. Oh, but he did say it would work with a wide body kit. Obviously, it sort of does and it sort of doesn't. We knew it wouldn't paint on the actual wide body kit parts because they're not supported, which is a bit of a shame. But it does still sort of work. We just need to find a color that will go with all of this. Now, obviously, this is all quite dark, so the obvious color would be black, but I've literally just done a black car, so I don't want to do... Oh, it wasn't black. It was grey with a lot of black. So I don't want to do another dark car. I feel like this needs to be a little bit brighter, but French Toast, what have you done? Oh, this is going to be fun. 1 year anniversary, and there's cakes on it. It is my shop as well. I'm so impressed that you've recreated my shop, because I haven't sent you any pictures of my shop. I'm so impressed that you've recreated my shop from my videos or from memory, whichever it may have done. That is very, very impressive. Well done to you, sir. In fact, shall we slap this on? It's French Toast. So we see if there's anything under the hood or trunk very quickly before I decide which colour I'm going to paint this, because we're not keeping it that colour. While we do have a little bit under the hood as well. There we go. Some more hidden cakes under there. There's the dyno room. That looks fantastic. What about on the inside of the doors? No, nothing on there. This one's going to be weird. Okay, that was not meant to happen. Let's try that again. Let's put you back on. And let's just try opening you. There we go. Okay, there's nothing on there. Also need to get that window back in there. Don't open the doors if you put the wide body kit on it. Lesson learned on that one. Underneath here, anything? No, sadly nothing on there, but we still got the cool bit under the hood. Let's just double check this one and close. There we go. And double check this one. No, nothing on there, but an extra scene under the hood there of the dyno room, which is a very important part of what we do here on the channel. So there we go. Absolutely loving that. I need to think of what color we're going to paint this car, what color I'm going to do with the suspension and engine, because we are, for the 1 year anniversary, going to go over the top with this one again. Maybe a green? We shall see. I'll be back in a little while when I've made a decision. So here is what we've gone for then. I can't get over this livery. It's exceptional. Absolutely fantastic work, French Toast. I have no idea. I didn't know what to expect, but beautiful. Anyway, we've gone for a white base on the car, as you can see, just poking up for a few little bits here and there, down there as well. Pretty awesome. And then we've gone for the wide body kit there in this gloss green, also matching the mirrors and the little hood scoop, which I'm still unsure about at the moment. I quite like it, but we shall see where it comes to later on, which means most of the colors we'll be playing around with in the engine and suspension are probably going to be green, white, maybe a little bit of black, because it is a very white in that engine bay. So maybe the engine itself will be black and green, and the suspension will be green and white. I think that should finish it off, making it look pretty awesome. And maybe we'll do alternating wheels. No, we'll just do white wheels. Straight up white wheels in there. I think it will look good. I will also need to figure out the placement. As you can see, they do not fit the wide body fenders at all. But don't forget, though, to keep note. How many cakes have you counted on the livery? How many cakes have you seen around the shop? They have all been in frame now, so you should know. Leave me know in the comments how many cakes there were. But let's get on. I'm going to paint all of the suspension and all of the engine. Maybe not quite all. Over exaggeration, just slightly. And then we'll be back on the lifter, getting it all reassembled. But I will just like to help out with the cake spotting a little bit. There is one just tucked in there. And if we go around here, there is one just tucked in there. Just to help it, make it a little bit easier. They're two of the harder to find ones. Everyone else, every other one, should I say, is quite easy to spot. So we'll leave it at that. I'll get this one back on the lifter. I'll see you in just a little while. It's time to get our arty little green, black, white, and artistic pictures back together. I don't really know what to say about that one. But yes, it is time to start reassembly. We've got some lovely colours going in the shape of a black, white, and a green. Just white and green on them shocks. I love the white cap. It's such a sweet little added feature. But let's start throwing all of this on. There's a lot of colour underneath here, so let's get going. Front central cross member is in a green. To bounce off the green of the, the whiteness of the engine bay, and then obviously black and green is what we were going with in the engine there, so that should look pretty good. Steering rack in black, and then the front sway bell also in black there. We've got the inner tie rod in the green, and then the front knuckle housing also in green, with a little bit of white on the outer tie rod just to separate it up there. Looking pretty sweet. We've all seen the shock in white and green, and they look absolutely fantastic. On they go. And then we've also got a green sway bar end link to go up there as well, looking lovely. Lower suspension arm in the white, looking beautiful. On you go. A few more bits to go, all coloured. Front axle cover in a white. Look at that, that looks fantastic. And then the front wheel hub in the black, because it didn't really want to go white. I kind of wanted it white. It could have gone green, a very metallic green, but I wasn't interested in that either. Let's just get the hub bearing in, not painted. The disc brake also not painted, and the brake pad also not painted. There we go. Brake caliper in the green, but it isn't the same green. It's actually a lot harder now to colour match than it was before, but things are looking pretty awesome. The other thing we can get in is the large intercooler, which is also in that metallic-y looking green at the front there. And I'm really hoping, yes, that's what I wanted it to stick through that grille. Not stick through it, but show through the grille, looking pretty fantastic. That's pretty much it for one side, looking pretty good. Let's go on and get the back down together, if I could get down there. There we go, that little piece will do. The rear suspension cross member is in white in the middle, looking pretty sweet. And then the rear sway bar is in a green there. Why not? Looking pretty sweet. On with the rubber bushings, because otherwise I will 100% forget them. Let's crack on. The rear axle and knuckle housings also in white, matching with the cross member. And then all of the arms that connect them together, if I could hit them, are all in the green there. Very nice, looking awesome. Let's just get all of them in and crack on to the next part. Just one little rubber bushing down here. And then the last arm on there, looking awesome. While we're here, let's get this sway bar end link in. I have done this one just in black. It didn't want to go white, and I thought the green on the green was too much, so we left it and we moved on. Spring cap in the white to match the suspension at the front with the springs in green, and that cap also in white. Loving that feature. That looks awesome. Moving around, we've got the shock absorber in a white, again, to match the front there. And then the rear suspension arm just in a black for a splash more of that as we go on. In you go there. Looking pretty tasty. Let's get the wheel hub on in a black, and then the wheel hub itself in the green there to alternate the colours a little bit. Looking pretty smart. Bearing in, and then we can get the drive axle. All of the drive axles are in black just to separate them up a little bit. Looking pretty sweet back there. Obviously, we've seen the brake discs, nothing on them. The brake pads, and then the brake caliper. On you go in your green. Looking awesome. Let's crack on. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly show you the exhaust because we've chromed all of that out. So we got a black chrome exhaust there, a black catalytic converter, black middle muffler, and it's all worked really well this time, and a black exhaust pipe. The only bit that isn't black is this rear piece, and there's a reason for that. Let's just get the fuel tank in very quickly, otherwise, again, I will forget about that. There's the pump, in you go, not painted, just left as they were. The rear muffler is in a chrome with green tips, so that, if we step away from the car, you've got the green pipes, massive green pipes sticking out the back there, looking absolutely fantastic. Love that. That is looking awesome. And to crack on and get the rest of this all together, we'll move into that engine bay and then on to that beautiful engine. I can't get out of here. I'm stuck, but I'll see you guys in just a little while. There it is then, green, black and white, looking absolutely fantastic on this suspension. Really am loving that. I think it looks great. What do you guys think? Do let me know in the comments below, along with maybe wishing me a happy birthday if you really wanted to. But let's get this engine bay all back together. Wishy-washy reservoir, in you go, coolant reservoir, and we've got a lovely battery there as well. Moving on around, brake servo, ECU, what else have we got not coloured, and the power steering reservoir. I believe everything else in this engine bay's got a little bit of colour. So ABS pump in the green there, with the module also in that metallic green off of there. Looking pretty sweet. Pleased with that one. On we go. Let's go on a bit around. Let's just go for the fuse box. I used to do this one last, but now it doesn't matter. Lovely green fuse box on there. We will check this out before we move on. Let's go for the air filter base. Now, this one that doesn't normally paint, but with the quality of life mod, you can paint it. Lovely green on there. Absolutely fantastic. Just what I was hoping for. On we go. Get all of that bolted up, looking fantastic. Then we've got the radiator. I've done the radiator in a blacked out radiator. But if you watched the last episode, my first play with the quality of life mod, you'll know I wanted the fans a different color and couldn't do it. I figured out a way. So we've got a black fan housing kit and then green fans. Look at them. Just chrome them out. If in doubt, chrome them out. There we go. Beautiful with them green fans. Not that you'll see them from anywhere, but I know they're there and they look beautiful. I think that's pretty much it. Is that it? I just need to finish off this fuse box and I think we've got everything done. We just need to go and build that beautiful engine. There's a lot of color in that as well. And I'm looking forward to this one. So I'll get this finished and I'll see you in a minute. That's the engine bay all finished, and I absolutely love the chrome green fans. They look absolutely fantastic. Very pleased with that. Let's move on. I kind of wish I picked the shock caps a slightly different colour, maybe a green just for good measure, because now they blend in with the engine bay, but never mind. Let's crack on. Let's go get this engine all finished up. I have started. We've got the block and the oil pan in there in a black. Now, a lot of the suspension was mostly green and white. A lot of the engine is mostly black and white. So let's crack on. Where should we start? Let's start with the engine head. Have done that one. Is painted all the way around in a beautiful green on there. Looking absolutely fantastic. And just while we're here, I did the camshafts white. Why not? White not, as I said once in a previous video. White not. Absolutely fantastic. Moving on around, we'll go with the oil filter. In you go in a green to look absolutely fantastic. And let's get the exhaust manifold in. I have black chromed that one out to go with the rest of it. But there is a big old turbo bolted onto this one. So let's get you in a lovely green with some red elements on there. Looking absolutely fantastic. Love that. The exhaust comes out of that in the black then. So it goes black, green, black. Pretty sweet. Let's just get this rear section on so I don't forget it. On you go. On with the little timing chain and then on with the other cam gear. And then we've got a cover over the top. For the first time ever, it is painted. It is in a black. It looks great. I don't care. It's painted. I absolutely love it. And then a fuel filter just in green for good measure there. Now, the next piece that can never normally be painted and is, or can be painted but never accepts colour, is the intake manifold. I've gone for a green because normally I black this one out because it's the easiest colour. But why not go for a bright green when you finally can? Looking sweet. And then the throttle is a black on top of there. Normally I do that the other way around, but I can, so I did. We've got some fuel injectors in here, just in a white, tucked lovely underneath there, looking pretty sweet. Just add a splash of white to the engine. I think that's the only piece that is white. I did try a few, but they didn't all work. So we'll move on. In fact, you know what? I'm going to get all of these camshaft caps and these spark plugs in before we move on. So I'll crack on with that now, and I'll see you in just a minute. There we go. That's all the camshaft caps and spark plugs in. And let's move on around. Let's get some of this front end done. So we've got a cam gear, I haven't coloured it, although it does seem a little bit white. I definitely didn't colour that. That is just the natural colour. I've got an idle roller up here. This one wants to be in black because it's on the green. An idle roller down here It wants to be in green because it's on the black. And we've got the water pump. I've also done that in green. And then we've got a belt to go on there, and then a belt tensioner. There we go. Just in another splash of white. I was wrong. There is another splash of white. Timing cover, on you go. Now, these can't normally be painted. They sit in the horrible grey that I hate, or sometimes go black, depending on the model. I think this is the one that you can't paint at all, but now we can, and it is in a green. It's looking sweet. It's not the same as all the other greens, but it still looks good, and it does match the engine head cover, which does also go a nice colour green as well. Look at that, for like the first time ever. This is the best this engine's ever looked already, and it's not even finished. So let's crack on. We got a crankshaft pulley. I did that one in black just because it looks pretty sweet at the front there. Alternator in a lovely metallic-y chrome green, just the way it worked out. And then the power steering pump just in a normal green down there. I did the 17 belt in black at the front there just to hide all the writing and stuff. And then the last green idle roller just on there. Looking pretty sweet. Not much to go. We've only got ignition coils. Now, the performance ignition coils are red. I didn't want much red on this engine. I've already got a bit down here. I was going for black and green, so we painted them black so that they blend in well. Looking awesome. That is absolutely fantastic. This is the best this engine has ever looked, in my very humble opinion. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I'm going to grab some pictures and then we'll get it dropped in the beautiful Salem GW500. I'll see you in just a minute. Definitely the best the inline-4 engine has ever looked. Very, very pleased with that. Let's get it dropped into our lovely little 1-year anniversary car. Over we go and in you go. Let's see how good this looks against that white engine bay. Oh, that's pretty good. I am very pleased with that. Normally, I absolutely can't stand this engine. Not that I have anything against the engine. I quite like the engine. But this bit doesn't paint, this bit doesn't paint, this bit doesn't paint. And it looks just, yeah, it's never to my cup of tea. But now with the quality of life mod, that looks absolutely fantastic. Very pleased with that. Let's get underneath and get a few more of these bits in. We got a gearbox, a starter that I have to do from the top, and some more drive axles and another drive shaft to go in. So let's crack on. Oh, plus the extra little bit of exhaust I had to take out. So we'll throw that bit in first. Get you all back in. As you can see, black into the green, into the black. Looking wonderful. Gearbox we've done just in a black there to match with the block. Maybe a bit too much, but it's pretty awesome. Then we got a front drive shaft. I've done that one in the green. And then obviously we already talked about the front drive axles being in black there. Looking pretty sweet. Just finishes that piece off there. Very pleased with that. And then we got the drive shaft to go in. Oh, if I could press the button. We've done that one in a metallic green as well. Into the back. Black into the green. Into the white. Yes. Worked out absolutely perfect. Of course it did. I'd spent too much time doing this. Way too much time. Somebody take this mod away from me before I paint everything. And I'm stuck here forever. In a never-ending loop of painting parts and painting cars. Let's crack on. We've just got the starter to go in, and then we are very nearly done with this one. Just got to get some wheels to do. They may take a bit of adjusting because they are definitely not the right size. But a lovely green starter in there just for good measure. That should be all of that engine all finished. Looking absolutely stunning. I'll get some wheels done, and then we'll get this one outside in the sun. Don't forget to count the cakes. How many have you found? Let me know in the comments below. There she is then, all finished with the 1-year anniversary Salem GW500 wide body kit. Looking absolutely incredible. Very, very pleased with how this one come out. That engine looks so much better than normal. I will point out one thing. This was a bit more of a sort of this sort of colour. I had to come out of the game and come back in. And when I came back in, it changed to this sort of chromey colour, which I'm not bothered about. It fits in with the engine still really nicely. It still looks absolutely fantastic. I just wish I'd have known it was chrome all along so I could have talked about it. Few issues with the quality of life mod still, which is a bit of a shame, but it is still absolutely fantastic. Absolutely loving it. We got the green drive shaft. We got the black exhaust going all the way through. All the suspension in black, white and green under there. Looking absolutely fantastic. And then we've also got the exhaust tips sticking out the back in their lovely sort of metallic-y green. Looking beautiful. But let's talk about these rims. Now, obviously, they weren't fitting at the very beginning to the car. They were too narrow, too thin. So I've since changed them. We've gone for the rim at 1A to go for a two-tone white into the black. A combination I absolutely love and my favourite rims. We'll leave it at that. But anyway, the front ones here, these are a 19-inch rim, 255 width with a 25 profile and ET of 80 to bring it all the way out into that arch. Maybe it could have been a little bit further, but I think that's quite a good fitment. Personally, quite pleased with that one. Over to the back, slightly bigger here. These are a 20-inch rim with a 305 profile, a 305 width, sorry, a 20 profile, and ET of 150 on these rear wheels to bring them out this far. Looking pretty good, not too bad fitment, and you can still turn and rotate these in the photo mode without anything clipping, which is absolutely fantastic. This has been a beast. Don't forget to count all of the cakes. I'd love to see how many you've got to in the comments. Let's jump inside, see what we've done with the interior. No painting on any of the interior today. I've left it as it was. Looks pretty good in here, but let's get that turbocharged i4 started up, see what it sounds like. That's not a bad grumble. Quite happy with that. Let's give it some gas. And then we know we've got that turbo whistle up at the top end. One of my favourite sounds in this game. Not a bad sounding engine at all. But let's get this one onto the dyno and see what power we've got today. Here we are then on the dyno with the Salem GW500, the VM edition. It's i4 double overhead cam 4x4 engine with 279 base horsepower. How much have we added today with the performance parts? Let's have a look. A gain of 195 horsepower, only 70%, but it's not the most powerful engine anyway, so that's pretty good. Taking us up to 474 measured horsepower on this little wide body beast today. Let's go and check out the gearbox tuning setup. Over we go. Here it is. We've got a 4.25 ratio, 54 in first gear. I have got all 9 gears on it. I don't think we're going to need any of these, really, but we will see. I don't know what to expect. If I can get up to 300, 350, sort of this area, I'd be very, very happy. I'm not sure, though. It is 4-wheel drive, so we shall see. Let's head over to the track. Let's find out. Here we are, then, on the speed track with the wide-body Salem GW500 looking absolutely incredible, and the glorious livery that French Toast has made for me, helping to play along with Find the Cake. I didn't actually know we were both doing this. It just so happened that that's the way it turned out. But let's jump inside and let's see how fast we can get this one going. Off we go. Bit of traction control at the beginning there, stopping the wheels spin and us getting a very quick go off the line. But steaming on, we're up to 150 already. Where will we finish off? I'm hoping to get into 300s to 350s, but we shall see. It is 4-wheel drive, so who knows where we will end up. Come on, little car. You can do it, you wide body beast. Can we even get to 250? I'm sure we'll get to 250. There we go, nice and easy. Let's keep pushing. Where can we get? Come on, are we even... I don't even think we're going to make 300. I don't even think we're going to hit 280. Come on, little car, you can do it. Oh, there's 280, and that ticks over to 281. So that's what I'm going to mark this one down as 281 kilometers an hour. 281 kilometers an hour from the little Salem GW500 wide body. This thing looks absolutely incredible with its artsy livery, with some white bodywork, some green bodywork, and some beautiful black and green engines. Engines? Just the one engine, actually. Or the white, green, and black suspension setup we've got going on under there. Looking absolutely fantastic. I really do love this one. The quality of life mod with the paint options will forever destroy me, because it just means I'm going to fully paint everything forevermore, and my videos are going to take so long to make. But it looks incredible. I'm very pleased with it. I won't be doing this for every video. Maybe. We'll see. But it looks absolutely brilliant. I'm very, very pleased with this one. Thank you, French Toast, for putting the time and effort in. One, to change your garage to look the spitting image of mine shy of the posters, and then 2, getting it to fit over a bodywork and adding in all our lovely hidden cakes that we've got on there. We will take one more quick tour of the shop. Who has got the right amount of cakes? I know exactly how many are visible on this car. We've talked about a couple of them already, and I know exactly how many are visible in the shop with one little secret one. But this is going to be it for today's video. We are going to talk about facts and figures, but again, I'm not going to sell the 1-year anniversary car. Not a hope in hell. Let's just go on. If you stuck around for long enough at the beginning, you would have saw that I bought the car for $43,114 and was profiting of 5,972 before we even started, which is actually incredible. Very, very pleased with that. Fantastic. But we've since spent, painting and buying parts, another 50,724, looking absolutely beautiful. But our total spend is 93,843. Would we make a profit from this one if we sold it? Let's find out as we jump in. All now 100% complete, still under 60,000 kilometers. I did pretty well with that one. We do have 474 measured horsepower, a gain of 70% on that engine, which is pretty good. But are we going to make a profit, or would we make a profit if we were going to sell it? Yes, a little bit. Not too bad. Quite good in all honesty. 112,222. That number was weird to say, I won't lie. Take away our 93,843 that we spent on the car, leaves us with a profit of 18,379, but we're not selling it anyway because it's cool and awesome. I don't know where it's going to live. Maybe I'll increase the parking out here because we do kind of want to get the FMW out there as well, because that one looks pretty sick. So maybe we'll add 2 extra spaces. This one and the FMW can join them as well. We're always going to keep this one here. That was the 100th video. This one will probably always stick around as well because it was the 1-year anniversary. So we shall see. That's it for today's video, though. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. And I've just realised I forgot to talk about what's up next. It's behind the van. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers will have already spotted it. It is the Audi TT. There's 2 Audi TTs on the Steam Workshop. I will link the description to this one in the video when we get to it. This is the more modern one, I do believe, looking absolutely awesome. It's the RS. Oh, that is definitely not the button I wanted to press. I wanted to go there. There we go. It is the RS spec model there. 36,000 kilometers on it, and very good condition because we got it from the good auction house. Did I get a good deal like I did last time? No. That's more fitting for the channel. 51,245 is what I bought this one for, and could sell it for 51,038, only losing 207 credits. Not too bad at all. This does have the i4 double overhead cam 4x4 engine in it, but it's got a much higher base horsepower on this one. In fact, this is more in line with the horsepower we ended up with. So this will be fun to play around with next time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to come and take part in the Discord competition. Let's go and check out the pin board very quickly. The current one has come to an end. We are starting a new one. I don't know who's won yet. Pretend you can't see that cake there. It's hidden. It's very, very hidden. I don't know who's won yet. We will find out tomorrow. Obviously, by the time this video goes out, we will know who's won it, and it will be available on Discord. One last quick tour of all my new banners while I'm just saying thank you so much for a 1 whole year of support. Been absolutely incredible. I've enjoyed every minute of it, and long may they continue. That is a cake, by the way. So thank you so much to everybody liking, subscribing, commented, sticking around, but most importantly for watching the content. Most important thing to me is that you watch it and you enjoy it. So thank you so much. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. You